Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and it's Friday. So, yes, it is a Friday funny. And what is this funny this week? It is, how about you do your job? If it's right here, that is literally your job. Okay, so who are we going to laugh at this week? Well, it's the United Nations who says the world must act to stem the surge of polluting trash. This was a February 28th, 2024 article on phys.org. And let's just increase this a bit. Take a look at some of this ridiculousness here. Well, I mean, this is a serious subject matter. Why is it ridiculous? Because these are, I'm pretty sure I sent more than this, but executive offices at the United Nations. So this is from 2023, 2022. Well, this is the Executive Office of the Environment, okay? And so this is 2021 and 2020, 2019. I'm sure it goes back even further than that. But these are the emails that the United Nations has gotten. I have emails back to the United Nations since probably the late 90s when, I first got a computer and email, and they have been refusing the light years best environmental education and agenda that the world needs, including ending our disposable society from homes to fast food to stadium concessions to packaging and transportation packaging. Okay, that right there would have solved this problem long, long ago. Okay, and so, they say right here, without urgent action, the waste mountain is expected to grow to 3.8 billion tons by the middle of the century. And right now, the world generates 2.3 billion tons of municipal waste last year, and the pile of trash is said to grow another 2/3 by 2050. Warning of devastating costs for health, economies, and the environment. Now, I even use this all the time to try to get the independent truth media, and I'm saying truth with air quotes, to do their job and to expose that all environmental voices are preventing solutions frauds and causing these problems, okay, including health, economies, okay, in the environment, far beyond just global warming, the toxins, the pollutants, the chemicals. It's insanity. And all we have to do is live responsibly. And we could have gotten the United Nations and all the other fraudulent environmental voices, if you haven't been around here before, which is all of them. If we had gotten them to do their job since November of 93, there are more that need to do their job, and so doesn't the independent media, okay? Nobody's out there doing their job, and we would have solved this problem. The independent media, I mean, they're always talking about health, right? How many of them sell detox products, to help support their operation? Oh, okay. That's interesting because they don't care about the toxins going into your body. I mean, in words, they'll say they will, but not if you expect them to go out and give you any good environmental information. So, it says right here, it also suggests the economic burden will almost double when the hidden cost linked to poor waste disposal from pollution, poor health, and climate change are taken into account, reaching some 640 billion a year by 2050 from around 361 billion in 2020. And I think that that's a huge underestimate, okay? I mean, the health costs alone from the toxins and the chemicals, yeah, and the pollution. Okay, but right here, the United Nations Environmental Program Executive Director, he said, waste generation is intrinsically tied to GDP, and many fast-growing economies are struggling under the burden of rapid waste growth. The rapid waste growth that the United Nations has been refusing to end. It would have been ended long ago, since the 90s. And these are just the emails I've sent them in the past few years. Going to, a number, you've seen my emails if you've been around here before. I show you the distributions, going to the executive office and, the environmental office. There's a couple of common ones that I use. And the United Nations, like every other environmental voice, has absolutely no interest in solutions. They won't allow solutions, and they would, and we would solve many, many problems, including your own towns, your own household, waste costs, okay? Not to mention the health cost, everything. It is a huge snowball effect if we just cleaned up our act. And the United Nations won't allow it because the independent truth media won't expose them. So we're just going to laugh at the United Nations right now and, do your DAMN job. But they won't. They don't have to. Especially with the independent media not doing their job. So we can chuckle at them a little bit too. I think all of my videos next week are going to be about the independent media and showing you some correspondence. And G. Edward Griffin, that man just proved himself to be as uninterested in truth as all the rest of them. And right now, there are, regardless of if global warming is real or not, the environment has so many problems, including the surge of polluting trash that is so easy to solve, but no one will allow solutions because no one will expose them. So just one more chuckle, and if somebody out there would do their job, we could actually do good in the world. So one more chuckle just to set this off on the right note. Today is Leap Day when I'm recording this. I hope you had a good Leap Day too. They're kind of fun. Once every 4 years, type in the date, February 29th. So stay tuned, people.